This is Sweet Fluffy Cotton Candy Catering Services. I'm calling to confirm your reservation for 3 p.m. Send the kids out when you're ready to collect their candy. I'll be driving a white conversion van and we'll have free puppies.
That is what the man who kidnapped me told my mom. It was my sister's birthday party. I was 11 years old, and I had a hankering that only cotton candy could satisfy. Unfortunately, the other kids must have gotten to the candy before I did, because there were 17 and a half kids there, and there was no cotton candy. I was distraught after I had laid out my 53 reasons why it was completely unacceptable, and even asked to borrow his phone to call my lawyer, the United Nations, and worst of all, my grandma. I realized 5 minutes ago he had already dropped me off at my front porch with a cookie, an apology letter, and a scholarship to BYU. You see, that day I learned several valuable lessons. 1, my grandma sends my calls to voicemail. 2, Pitbull's an interesting choice of hold music for the United Nations. And 3, I am impossible to kidnap. And that's some of the wisdom I would like to spread to you. Because getting kidnapped really sucks. So dumb. Today, I will give you my 3 surefire ways on how not to get kidnapped. By first, jumping out of the van and discuss strategies for being unpredictable. Then, we will untie the ropes and discuss how to be unattractive to kidnappers, before finally being left alone in the first place due to our unbearable behavior. So first, let's jump out of the van and discuss how to be... Oh, that's a derp new? Unpredictable. There is no way that a kidnapper can know where you're going to be if you don't know from 1 minute to the next. That's why whenever you leave your house, you should have no plan whatsoever. Just wing it. Like when driving and you see a stop sign. Flip a coin on whether you stop. Or when you're driving and you see a turn. Don't use your turn signal. Or, as this green square says, when you come to a traffic light, I'm colorblind, I just go with what feels right. Or you could take this into other parts of your life, like work, where I have 4 jobs, and none of them ever know when I'll show up for a shift. 2 of them even tried to fire me. But you can't fire me if you can't find me. You could also take this into your speech life by changing up the order of your points every time you give it, all based on the flip of a coin. It's heads. Guess it's. Next, we will untie the ropes and discuss strategies for being unattractive to kidnappers. I have a theory that kidnappers kidnap to sell their victims for nefarious purposes, and that they have a list of traits they're looking for. And if you can make yourself appear the exact opposite of as many of those traits as possible, bam, never getting kidnapped. That's why you need to find that and be the exact opposite. Say they want someone young. Well, I'm old. Or say they want a blonde boy. Well, I'm a strawberry blonde boy. Or say they want a human child. Well, I haven't seen one. You could also try being unattractive to kidnappers in other ways, like faking illnesses in public, because no kidnapper wants to buy damaged goods. Or you could try faking mental illnesses in public, like left-handedness, lactose intolerance, or extemporaneous speaking. Well, that's sure to frighten them off. Could also try being unattractive olfactorily. You can do this, that means smell, and you can do this by not showering, like I do. You know, I haven't showered since last year. Yeah, that joke was really funny January 2nd. Not so funny now, is it? You want an aroma that only a fly could love, because no kidnapper wants that in their creme fan for 3 hours. But if you don't want to be unattractive by smell, you could also try being tactily unattractive. You can do this by lathering yourself up in mysterious substances. But remember, you want to be slimy, not sticky. This is very important, because when the kidnapper goes to get you, you want to slip right past them, not stick to them. Finally, the clincher, the linchpin, the piece de resistance, magnum opus, the coup de grace, the Tour de France. Basically, this is the one that will save your bacon. Finally, we will be left alone due to our unbearable behavior. When I was kidnapped, I talked my way out of it by never shutting up. Most kidnappers are looking for a victim that won't be noticed when they're gone and won't be missed either. You can be both noticed and missed by being so obnoxious that the moment there's a second of silence, people will immediately go looking for you. You can do this in many different ways, like listing off random words in other languages that you don't even know what they mean, like bon appetit. Or you could try using big words. People abhor corpulent vocabulary. Or you could try correcting people's grammar. People hate it when you correct their grammar. Just everything they say, tell them they're wrong, again, give them a different answer. They don't even have to be wrong. Just pretend you're on the internet. It makes everything easier. Or you could try talking without stopping. People hate that. For practice, you could try about 8 minutes in front of a room full of random people who don't really care about your topic, who are just waiting for their turn to talk for about 8 minutes in a room full of random people. Once you can do that, then you're ready for the streets. Today, I went over how not to get kidnapped by being unpredictable, unattractive, and unbearable. Because getting kidnapped really sucks. So dumb. So next time when the kidnappers come with nefarious purposes, you can leave the criminals disappointed and walk away with a sugar high.